Hello, my loves. Welcome to my TikTok live, where I go live with you beautiful manifesting bitches every day, Monday through Friday. I'm gonna try and hit that weekend marker. So yeah, join me, join the family. Where, in case you are new here, my name is Jen. I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach all things law of assumption when it comes to manifesting anything and everything that you desire. So if that sounds good to you, click that follow button. Also, be sure to register for my brand new upcoming Manifest Your SP Masterclass, because I want you to get your boo back before Valentine's Day. So I'm going to completely simplify the process for you. It works if you just literally peep the comments. Excuse me while I fix my hair. But if you literally peep the comments in my videos, you'll see that the shit works. Okay? So there's that part. So be sure to register now. I do have a VIP upgrade. The VIP upgrade's literally only 20 bucks, but you're gonna get lifetime access to the recording. I give you curated affirmations, the same exact affirmations that I used to manifest my SP back from no contact to fully living with me in just 4 weeks. So I know exactly how to do it, okay? And I've had the insane privilege of helping dozens of people also manifest their SPs back in record speed, even when everything they tried to do in the past didn't work, which is why I say you're not attracting shit, okay? So I don't do law of attraction crap. I don't believe in a lot of that stuff, so I'm never gonna teach you anything that I don't personally do. Okay, so you're also going to get access to my members only community that is launching in February. And when you do the VIP upgrade, I'm literally going to give you access to it. Now, the cool thing is you're going to get lifetime access to it. It will be a paid community to everybody else, but not for you if you join the VIP upgrade for 20 bucks. It's like a no-brainer, okay? And you're gonna get all the good stuff that comes with that. You'll never pay a single penny for my members only community, where we will be doing monthly challenges, member Q&As, and I will also be doing exclusive content for my baddies, you know. So it's all about you, and I want you guys to literally manifest and curate your entire dream life. But it starts by accepting and understanding that it's all you, okay? That you do not have to settle in this lifetime for things that you don't like, you know, for people in your life to treat you in a way that you don't deserve to be treated. You don't need to settle for any of that. You will have the innate power to change anything in your life by simply changing your assumptions about things. See, everything, I think people get manifesting confused and think it's a technique, right? Where I'm gonna try to manifest. Here's what I need you to understand is you're not trying shit, okay? You can't stop manifesting. Your entire life is a manifestation. So you're not here to learn how to manifest. You're here to learn how to control what you're manifesting. So, because everything is a manifestation, everything is simply a compilation of your most inner conversations, your most dominant thoughts. So if you take a look, you know, I always tell you, don't take my word for it. Just take a look at your life, okay? And take a look at anything and everything in your life and ask yourself, did I cause this? Did I at least have a momentary thought, right? Or an inner conversation, and then it ended up showing up. And it's oftentimes the stuff you don't want is your mind. People's minds in general are oddly designed to focus on all the bad shit, right? All the things you don't want. And then when it comes to like changing your focus and saying, okay, no, I'm gonna focus on the things that I do want, that becomes a struggle. But it's not a struggle for people to think about all the bad shit, right? It's just like it's on autopilot where all you do is think about the bad crap instead of saying, wait, let me take a step back. What would be the worst that could happen if I actually change my thoughts to focus on what I want? What's the worst that could happen? You get everything that you want, because right now you're getting everything that you don't want. You are literally bringing into your reality everything that you don't want, including being ghosted by your fucking SP. Yeah. Okay. So that needs to stop. Okay. You guys let these people in your lives control you, and you should not do that. Okay, you really should not do that. Instead, you should be controlling the 3D and saying, if I don't like something, I have the ability to change it. So I don't like this, I'm gonna change that shit. I don't like this, I'm gonna change that too. And stop settling. I don't care your circumstances. Everyone always thinks, like, I'm sorry. And I say this out of love, is everybody thinks they have a unique circumstance, right? Well, they'll be like, well, what if this? You don't understand. My circumstance is different. I hate to bust your bubble, but it ain't different, okay? And it doesn't matter how extreme the circumstance may seem to you. It doesn't matter, because as long as you view anything as an obstacle, as long as you view anything as a reason why you can't get what you want, then you're never going to get it. And I'm here. This is why I didn't do lives. By the way, I apologize. TikTok is really pissing me off. Okay, I cannot post videos. It won't let me do the captions. It's like I tried uninstalling the app like 5,500 times, and it just, it's just not working. So I'm gonna try to fix that shit, okay? What if it's, Smith, you need to materialize in under a month. You have the ability to literally manifest anything into your reality instantly. Okay, time is not real. Time is an illusion. So technically all manifestations are instant. The problem there's a delay is because of wavering. Okay, so many of you love to fight for your limitations. Okay, it's easier to fight for your limitations than it is to fight for what you want, which is odd, right? When you think about it, this is what's funny in the way we work, is when you think about certain things, you're like, that is so stupid. Like, why would I do that? Right? But it's so automatic. It's so automatic to say, no, I can't have this because of this. I can't have this because of this. I can't do this because of this. No, that is not true. The minute you decide you want to do something different, it manifests, but you have to make that decision. Okay, so if you want something in under a month, then decide right now that it's already fucking yours. Like, this is mine. I deserve it. If I can desire it, I can have it. So that means that I need to get my shit together in my thoughts about it and believe that I am the operant power. Believe that it is 100% in my control. So what do you want to show up? Why you guys keep allowing your SPs specifically to tell you what your crap is, I don't understand. Two decisions, well, in our decisions and manifesting, we have messed up. Have you messed up? No, only you can decide if you've messed up, okay? If you tell yourself that, like, okay, I had a momentary negative emotion or a thought about my SP or whatever, or of money or any of that stuff, if you decide that you screwed it up, then that is true for you. Or you can decide, I told you guys this last week, is what I highly recommend is that you set the rules for your manifesting, because there are no rules other than the ones that you believe, the ones that you accept. Okay, so I would start by setting the rules. What is it that I want to show up? And so here's what I mean by setting the rules. Okay, setting the rules would be something like using robotic affirming and saying, I'm a master at manifesting. Right? That's a rule. You're a master at manifesting. Okay, great. That means that you're fucking really good at it. I set the rule when I was manifesting my SP back that he is the easiest for me to manifest. He is the easiest for me to manifest. Right? When you set that rule and that becomes an assumption, he will start to conform faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. My SP conforms within 20 minutes because I have the firm assumption that he's easy for me to manifest. Okay, so that's a rule that I would set for you. A second rule that I would set is my negative thoughts don't manifest. Why the fuck would you want them to? Right? So by you setting the tone of saying, no, absolutely not. My negative thoughts don't manifest. And you say this enough, that will also be true for you. Okay. Also, you can set the rule of I always get what I want. And whatever I affirm for comes to me immediately. That's also a rule you can set for yourself. Now, when you set baseline rules for your manifestation process, this is not a one and done. Okay. This is not I said it once. So it's true. No, like everything else is you have to create that assumption, okay? You have to create that belief. And when you create that assumption, then yes, every one of your rules will be true. But you have to decide. You have to decide if you want it bad enough. Do you want your SP bad enough? Do you want to be rich bad enough? Do you want all of this shit bad enough? And do you want it quickly? Then you need to decide and stop wavering in your thoughts. If we had an argument and he said he's done with me, should I focus on revision or keep affirming? You could do both. You could do both. I would definitely revise. But who gives a fuck what he said? Yeah, who cares? Who cares? You all need to stop caring what comes out their mouth. You need to just stop caring. How do you know that you're living in the end correctly? Because you wouldn't be checking shit. Okay, if you're living in the end, if you firmly are living in the end of, happy, healthy, loving, committed relationship with SP, then you wouldn't be checking his social media. You wouldn't be wondering if you text him, would he text you back? You wouldn't be questioning what he would fucking say in that text. Okay, you wouldn't be questioning anything. You wouldn't need to check. You wouldn't need to waver because you're living in the end. You're already together. What the fuck you checking? Okay, same with, oh, thanks, Sanchi. You're manifesting your ex-girlfriend back, but circumstances give me doubt. I'm going to assume, Vinny on Earth, I'm going to assume you just tuned in right now, because literally fucking 5 minutes ago, I said, circumstances do not matter. Circumstances don't matter. It doesn't matter. They only matter if you view them as an obstacle, okay? If you view a circumstance as an obstacle, then what's going to, oh, yeah, sorry. And also, blah, it's B. I would still robotically affirm, okay? Do both, revise and robotically affirm, okay? So, okay, thank you, Vinny, because I was gonna smack you up, okay? Circumstances don't matter unless you view it as an obstacle. If you view anything as a reason that you cannot have something, then that is going to be true for you. Everything is based on your assumptions. Everything in this world is based on your assumptions. If you believe that you have bad luck with relationships, that is going to be true for you. And this is why you're going to notice commonalities in each one of your relationships. If you believe that all men are pieces of shit, that's going to be true for you. Or you can choose to assume right now that he's absolutely in love with me. Who the fuck wouldn't? Absolutely. He worships the ground that I walk on, and he thinks I'm the best thing in the fucking world. You can choose to assume that right now. There's not a process to this, okay? There's a process if you want it simplified for you, if you have a lot of resistance. But the only thing you have to do is repeatedly tell yourself something different. Over and over and over again. You want more money? I don't give a shit if you're working at Taco Bell. Affirm for more money. How much money do you want in your bank account? If you're living in the end, you're not checking your bank account. Saying, where's it at? Where's it at? How come he hasn't texted me yet? How come he hasn't texted me yet? That's not living in the end. Okay? Which is why I always say, if you have a hard time living in the end, like let's say you want to be married to your SP, but right now you're in complete no contact. Okay, well, sometimes it's hard to live in the end, right? It was hard for me to be like, okay, there's a whole nother bitch who's living with him and we're not even talking. He changed his number. How the fuck am I supposed to live in the end of marriage, right? That could be different. No, you do not have to feel anything. This is why I love robotic affirming. You don't have to feel crap. All you have to do is keep saying it over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, that's all you have to do. You don't have to believe what you're saying. You don't have to feel it real. You don't have to be in a high fucking vibration. You don't have to be in none of that. Okay, I have manifested many of things in tears, pissed off. Like, that doesn't matter. It's what you keep telling yourself, okay? And so, robotic affirming. Okay, so robotic affirming is, in a nutshell, telling yourself something over and over and over again. So I prefer to keep it short and sweet. So if you have to take a fucking breath while you're saying your affirmation, it's too long, okay? So let's say you're in no contact and you want contact, right? Or you want to be in a relationship, right? So instead of shooting all the way to marriage, let's just shoot to, we're talking. Okay, we're talking. So it would be something like, these were my affirmations. I give these affirmations to you guys, the exact ones I used, where I said, he's obsessed with me. Who doesn't want to be obsessed with by your SP, right? I don't want randos to be obsessed with me, so I don't say everyone's obsessed with me. But for him, absolutely. So I'd be like, he is so obsessed with me. You don't have to use their name because your subconscious mind knows who you're talking about. Okay, so I'd say he is so obsessed with me. He is always calling and texting me. He is constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me. Those were my 4 affirmations. So once I got contact, great, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, right? Once he started constantly calling and texting me and constantly spending time with me, good, keep going, keep going, keep going, right? You don't stop your affirmations just because they happen, okay? You want to keep going because you want to make sure that that is a solid assumption, okay? And so I'll give you a quick, fun, not true, and I don't know who the hell told you that, but unsubscribe, okay? Just don't unsubscribe for me. Don't unfollow me. Which, by the way, you guys should go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Link is in my bio, because I go into extensive details about this. Nick, you've been having dreams about your SP. Keep going, because that means it's happening, okay? If your SPs are showing up in your dreams, that means you're on their mind. Okay, you're connected. Everything is an energetic connection, which is why thought transmission, if you don't know what that is, go watch my video. It is pinned to the top of my page. That works like a charm. My SP does whatever I want him to do, okay? Because I tell him what to do. Same with you. Doesn't matter if you're no contact, tell him what to do. I always used to look at his picture and say, you text me good morning every single fucking day. It'd be like 2 p.m. and he would text me good morning. That's how I knew it was my manifestation. What do you do about the third party? A lot of people will tell you to ignore the 3P. However, I think it depends on your situation. I don't always think it's easy to ignore the 3P. It's easy to ignore a 3P if you don't know about them, right? But the second you know about them, then it's like, it's really hard to ignore that, okay? And given with my situation, it was really hard for me to ignore the 3P because I had to see her every day because they lived 1 building away from me. Just get back away. He would completely sign afterwards. A week later, he sees. Cool, keep going. Keep going. And B, that means at some point in time, you are wavering. Okay, you're wavering. You're questioning your relationship. You're questioning his behavior. You are questioning where you stand in his life. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Okay, so back to 3Ps, because I know how to manifest them away very fast, by the way. It's not hard. It's not hard. Everything in manifestation is only as hard as you choose to make it. Okay, so should you ignore them? I don't think that's realistic advice. Yes, you can ignore their existence, but only you assign meaning to everything. So since I could not ignore the bitch, I decided to banish her from my movie, right? Because this is my movie. Okay, this is my reality, not hers. So because of that, I decided to robotically affirm her ass away. Yeah, you can do that. Because remember, everyone is only showing up based on your assumptions of them, okay? Including 3Ps. Including 3Ps. Is it me that's making it take so long? It's always you. It's always you, okay? Everything is you, okay? Everything is you pushed out. So that does not mean that literally does not mean that how you see yourself is pushed and reflected onto everybody else. That's not what that means. Because if that's the case, everyone will treat you the exact same. Okay, but everyone is only showing up based on your assumptions of them. Oh, what did I do for the 3P banishment? I am petty. Okay, so I still affirm for this just to ensure that she's, gone for good. I said he can't stand her. He can't stand anything about her. He can't stand the thought of her, the sound of her voice. He can't stand her. He's disgusted by her. He wants nothing to do with her. All they do is argue. He doesn't talk to her anymore. That's what I said over and over and over again. I would do it for 10 minutes at a time, and I do it throughout the day. I would not obsess over the broad, But what I would do is I would affirm her away because and this is where I say everyone is showing up based on your assumptions. So, yes, you can say that too. He only loves me. No one compares to me. I'm the love of his life. No one compares to me. I'm the love of his life. You can reframe anything in your mind, okay? But again, the key is to not view this 3P as an obstacle. If you view her as an obstacle or him as an obstacle, you're keeping them right there, which is also why you have to check your assumptions of people, okay? So if you view, because I ran into this problem with the 3P, is I started saying she was crazy. And she literally became crazy. She started doing crazy irrational behavior stuff, okay? And so then, but I also believed she was obsessed with him. So even though he repeatedly told her he didn't want to be with her and to go away, she was obsessed with him. So she wasn't going anywhere because that was my assumption of her. So instead I was like, oh, she's moved on. She has moved on. She doesn't even like him. She doesn't even like him. You could banish them. That you could say 3P doesn't even like him, right? You're in control of everything, which I'm affirming I need. You do not need to say your SP's name. No. You could say he or she, they or them. You can say their name, or you can say a specific person. No one ever explains that. Because I used to question that all the time. Like, do I say their name? Do I say a specific person? What do I say? You don't have to say their name. Okay, I still affirm for me and my ST. Funny story, we were supposed to go camping this weekend, right? And it was gonna be 28 degrees. I'm in Southern California. We don't do 28-degree weather out here, okay? So we were supposed to go camping. I woke up all freaking early in the morning to go camping at 5 o'clock in the morning. And what the hell he decides he doesn't wanna go because he doesn't wanna be in the cold. So he's like, I'm gonna call my cousin and tell him you're sick. I'm like, okay. So he called his cousin to tell him I was sick. Well, then he went and got me McDonald's breakfast because I only eat McDonald's breakfast one time, and that is if I have to wake up at the butt crack of dawn. Okay? So he went to go get me McDonald's breakfast. He came home, I ate it, and guess what happened to me after 30 minutes? I got sick. Right? 2 hours after he told his cousin I was sick, I got sick, bitch. Yeah, because that's how quickly manifestation happens. That's how quickly it can happen. Which is exactly the video I was trying to upload to TikTok today that is not allowing me to upload. Okay? It is always you. Okay? You're the only delay. The delay is you. Okay? The quicker you can knock that crap off and stop wavering in your thoughts, because that's the only key to everything is your thoughts, because you don't do anything in this life without first having a thought about it, okay? You don't get up to go to the bathroom without first thinking you gotta pee, okay? You don't do anything without first having a thought about it. Just take a look at your life. You have to think about everything, or you don't even go to work without thinking you gotta go to work, okay? I didn't think about I have to think about being thirsty before I drink my coffee, okay? Everything begins with a thought, and when you understand that, you can start controlling it, because you say, okay, if I don't function at all without first having thought about it, okay, well then that means I need to control my damn thoughts. Okay, I need to sit there and I need to check my thoughts that come into my mind. You guys should be doing this every day, because you would be amazed if you would sit there for the next 48 hours and just take an inventory. Just take an inventory. Thought always precedes emotions. Emotions have nothing to do with it. Okay, the only time emotions play a part in this is if you let your thoughts spiral enough to create the emotion. Okay, so if you're dwelling on the past when it comes to your ex and all the mean things he said to you and all the things he did to you, and that creates a negative emotion, that means you dwelled on that shit for too long. Okay, and so we don't want the thoughts to create a negative emotion. Now, if you have a negative emotion, like let's say he says something you don't like, okay, or hurts your feelings, so it causes you to cry, but you're not dwelling on it. Instead, this is where you affirm through the tears, affirm through the emotion. I don't care if he looks you dead in your face and says, "Go to hell, bitch. I want nothing to do with you." If that causes you to cry, that's okay. Affirm through the tears. Okay, I never understood that concept until I experienced it. And then I said, oh, this is what they mean. Affirm through the tears, affirm through the tears. know what? I love you guys. I love you guys. People think I'm crazy because I do lives for so long. And I was like, you know what? I was like, look, I could sit here and have lunch with you bitches. And in case you're new to the party, bitch is a term of endearment in my language, okay? In my world, at least, because I love you all. And I was like, we'll just hang out here all day long. Like, let's go get some lunch. Let's just hang out. I want to answer questions that you guys have. I also want to help you, okay? I genuinely want to help you. So if you have a situation, my DMs are always open to you guys, okay? The voice thing ain't working right now. Well, it is for me. I just can't listen to your voices. But as you know, I leave you voice notes. If you've literally ever sent me a DM, you get a voice note in return unless it's 4 words or less, okay? That's just who I am. But my DMs are always open to you, so I want to help you. I want to help you get out of your own fucking way, okay? Get out of your own way. And I know SP, just like money for a lot of people, is a very sensitive topic. And that is because there's so much of an emotional connection there, right? We love this person. Why would you want them back if you didn't love them? Okay? I cried this morning. I was missing my SP and I felt like I was spiraling. Yeah, sometimes that happens. This is where robotic affirming comes into play, okay? Oh, well, thank you, Sanchi. Okay, well, we're going to get, you know what, we're going to go down the whole 3P rabbit hole because I get it. Third parties are a pain in the ass. And if you don't know what a third party is, that means that they're deciding to be in a relationship with someone else. Yeah, third party. But there's a reason they're called a third party. That's because they're not invited to your party. Bye. Like, goodbye, this is my reality, okay? You should not be accepting anything in your reality that you don't like, including people, when you're the reason they're showing up this way or not showing up this way. They can only show up and play the part you have assigned them, okay? So if you keep assigning them as being this avoidant man to you and ghosting you, not wanting to be with you and being an asshole to you, he has to show up this way. You have to view anything that your 3P, or I'm sorry, anything that your SP is doing or not doing is all you. They don't have free will. No one has free will in your reality. I have proven this to my members over and over and over again. Again, go watch my video. It's pinned to my page, okay? It's got like 36,000 views already. It works. Read the comments, okay? Because I want you to prove it to yourself. You need to stop giving them free will. That's the only reason they have free will in your reality is because you are choosing to give it to them. Why? You could have free will in my reality when you are perfect and you conform exactly how I want you to. Then go ahead and have all the free will in my reality. What is the best rampage to manifest my SP back? Oh, rampaging. I made a video about that too, which I am attempting to post. Which is funny that you guys are coming up with these questions because these were the 2 videos I've been trying to post, okay? Rampaging. Best way to rampage is to write a whole fucking story about everything that you expect, okay? We don't want around here. And that's where you guys need to understand. If you rock with me, you don't want shit. We expect it, okay? I expect you to conform. I expect you to treat me how I deserve to be treated. I expect you to be who I want you to be for me. Period. I don't want or wish or pray and hope on a shooting fucking star that you decide to get your shit together. No. No. It's not being in a waiting state. Right. Hoping, wishing, wanting is being in a waiting state. Okay? Because you're going to get more hoping, wishing, and wanting. No. When you come from a surety and expectancy, that's when they change. Okay, because you expect this behavior from them. I expect you to treat me how I want you to treat me. I expect you to say what I want you to say. And I will not stop until that happens. So when you want to, oh yeah, you should all be persisting until they show up exactly how you expect them to, okay? When it comes to rampaging, what I would do is I would write a whole thing, okay? You don't have to worry about, it's not like robotic farming. You don't have to worry about saying it word for word verbatim the same way every time, okay? Don't worry about that. Unless you assume you have to, okay? So for rampaging, what I would do, can I attract my SP? He's a popular guy and he doesn't even, he don't have to know you exist, honey. He don't even have to know you exist. Pull up his profile picture. Go watch my video. Pull up his profile picture and say, you're in love with me. You're messaging me right now. In fact, you're sliding into my DMs right now. You want to take me on a date? Yeah, whatever it is that you want from this person, you can manifest influencers, celebrities. They're regular people, guys. They're humans, okay? They're regular people. So you can literally manifest whoever you want. They don't have to know you exist, okay? For you to manifest that person, your subconscious mind knows who you're always referring to. Always referring to. So you can pull up a picture of that person and tell them exactly what they're going to do. Say it with a little bit of backbone, like you're talking to a damn child, because that's how they're behaving right now, like children, okay? And do not accept anything less. I'm telling you guys so much allow them to control your narrative. And be like, well, he said this. He hurt my feelings. He did this. They're doing this. They're not conforming. I'm not saying shit. What if this? What if that? You can't do that. You can't do that. This is your reality. So what do you want from him? What do you want him to do? Be the boss, okay? How can you change your self-concept in a short time? Same with everything else, okay? Start telling yourself this. Everyone should have a good self-concept. I don't know what perfect self-concept, it's irrational, okay? That doesn't make any sense. And I won't ever tell you, that's right, it's just a game. Treat it like a game. And they're all puppets in your world, and you're the puppet master. Yes, my boyfriend knows what I do, guys, and he's always saying, he's always making comments because he knows what I do, and so he believes that everything he does is my manifestation. But you're damn right it is. You're damn right it is. He's cooking, well, I'm cooking tonight, but he's cooking me dinner tomorrow because I said so. You guys need to understand this. Self-concept is all about how you feel about yourself. You have to see yourself as being the baddest bitch. Yeah, like, what? Reiki, okay, I like spiritual crap, okay? I like that stuff. But what I would never do is create the assumption that you have to have Reiki or you have to get a tarot card reading. Don't fucking do that shit. Save your goddamn money, okay? Don't do that. All you're doing is filling in the blanks and trying to tell yourself what you want to hear, okay? Oh, thanks. It's called my cell phone. But I do have a little filter on to make my eyelashes look great. I don't even do filters, to be quite honest. But anyway, to have a self-concept, I would affirm that for yourself, okay? When it comes to an SP, a lot of people will tell you self-concept is not needed in manifesting, and that is true. That is true. You do not need to have a good self-concept to manifest. However, when it comes to an SP, I'm going to strongly disagree. And that is because if you have a good self-concept, then you're going to believe that you're a bad bitch, okay? And I'm the prize. And then second of all, your feelings aren't going to get hurt every time he says something that hurts your feelings, okay? Every time he does things that hurt your damn feelings, you aren't going to sit there and ball up like a little bitch because you're like, who are you talking to? Who do you think you are? Because this is my reality and I'm going to, everybody wants me. Everybody wants me. Whoever I want wants me even more. Okay, you have to do that. You control the narrative of everything in your life. As long as you continue to believe that you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're never going to be able to save any money, that's going to be true for you. Why do you think that people who win the lottery, they say that they become broke within 5 years or less? Why do you think that is? Because they haven't fixed their money mindset. Okay, they believe they can't save money. Everybody constantly wants shit for them. Therefore, it's true for them, okay? So this is why when people go and get surgery to lose weight or do the GLP-1 injection shot, don't even get me started on that crap. But when people go to do that, what's the game plan here? You gotta do it for the rest of your life? No, because it isn't fixing the problem, which is why when you do this stuff, you'll get results, but then you stop taking it or you stop dieting and the weight comes back. That's because you haven't fixed the actual problem, and that's your thoughts about everything, okay? Your subconscious mind, if you want to lose weight, just start telling yourself that you could eat whatever you want and lose weight. You assign meaning to everything. Your subconscious mind has no idea if that taco that you're shoving in your mouth right now is good or bad for you. Only you know that. It's all your assumptions. Okay? I lose weight every time I eat tacos. I just had 5 of them last night. Okay? Dropped half a pound, baby. All right. I lost over 100 pounds in 11 months. No diet, no exercise. Okay? So I know what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm here to prevent you guys from freaking going down this whole rabbit hole of technique after technique after technique after technique after technique. Oh, they said to do this. They said to do this for 30 days. They said to do this. No. Law of attraction, these people keep you stuck in this endless cycle of thinking you're not in control, that you're attracting everything. You got to be in a high vibration. You got to let it go. Let what go? I know you don't let anything you want go. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, guys. I broke my hair when I was dyeing it several months ago, and now I have these like wispy things and it drives me nuts. Okay, but anyway. That's right. That's right. You control everything. You control the scale too. If you want to lose weight, you control the scale. Yeah. All you got to do is tell yourself, I lost half a pound today. I totally lost weight today. The scale will reflect that. It will also reflect if you think you gained weight. Yes, you do need to know that. But the problem is knowing that. Okay? So a lot of you know this stuff. A lot of you are like, I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. But if you just said but, you're not doing it. You absolutely can. You can absolutely. Everything is a timeline. Okay? There's been people that literally have anti-aged their dog. Okay? There's also people that have literally had their entire family believe that they were together longer than they were. Okay? It's all up to you. It's all up to you. Okay? You have to understand that whatever is showing up now, how can I manifest a smaller nose? My nose is so perfect. My nose is absolutely so perfect. I literally look like I got a nose job. My nose is so small. My nose is flawless. Any of that stuff will tell you something, okay? You just have to keep telling yourself, like everything, you have to tell yourself that enough. Enough, enough, enough. Okay, if you don't keep telling yourself over and over and over again the same thing, this is why nothing is changing, because you have, okay, we talked about this, I think, on Friday. Okay, you have these beliefs and assumptions here that are already beliefs and assumptions, okay? This is already here in your reality. So robotic affirming is designed to replace the assumptions and beliefs that are already here. So if you are here and you're inconsistent in your new thoughts, you're inconsistent in creating these new assumptions, this is still going to show up because it's already an assumption. It's already manifested. If you want something different, you have to focus more here than on your current assumptions. I know, because when I talk to you guys all up in the DMs, you are talking to me about everything that you don't want from your SP. He's doing this, he's doing that, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. And it's so easy for you to bitch about how he's not showing up. His pic and saying he's texting me now, etc. You should do that, NYC. It's very powerful. It's entirely up to you, okay? We don't want to create the assumptions that you must do things enough, okay? We don't want to do that, because then that will always be true for you, okay? So instead, what we want to do is we want to create the assumptions that are going to work in our favor, okay? So we don't want to put time on anything. This is why I tell you, goal setting is bullshit. Why am I wait 12 months for shit? I ain't waiting 12 months for nothing, okay? And so we don't want to do that. So we want to affirm. If you're going to look at his picture, I do it for just I do it for honestly probably like a minute. Like a minute at a time. I'll just look at his picture and tell him what he's doing. You're texting me good morning right now. In fact, you text me all day, every day. I'm all you ever think about. You have to understand that you control his thoughts all the time. He cannot think a thought without your assumption being attached to it. You control it. So what do you want to assume he's thinking? He thinks about nothing but me all day, every day. Why would you want to assume that he's thinking about how he doesn't want to be with you? I like affirmations. I do like affirmations because you don't ask questions for things that are not true. And that's what you have to realize. Your subconscious mind does not know what is true and not true for you right now. It takes you at your word. That is it. It only takes you at your word. So when you do ask affirmations, like I would weave those into my robotic affirming because I'd be like, he is so obsessed with me. Why is he so damn obsessed with me? Because you don't ask questions unless it's true. Okay, so then your subconscious mind is like, because your subconscious mind is a printer. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But ask yourself why you want to go back to 2023. Okay, you can go back to wherever you want, but why? So if that's the case, then why? So it's like, oh, yeah, okay. You just want to teleport your ass back to 2023 for fun. Absolutely. You could be like, man, it's great. It's 2023. It's literally only 2023 right now. It's completely 2023, right? Just keep telling yourself that. Your subconscious mind will take you at your word. Okay. Now, don't think that if you go back to 2023 that all of a sudden the iPhone doesn't exist. Okay, like that's not how this works. Okay, so don't think that. Okay. Also, when you're banishing people away, you're not actually banishing their ass away. Okay, it's not like they're falling off the face of this earth. Okay, you're just banishing them from your life. There's nothing wrong with that. I want you guys to have enough confidence in yourself to know that you're in control of everything. So you also, just how you created this, you can create something new for you. Absolutely, you should persist. Everything you should persist. You should there should never be a time that you quit or give up or let it go. No. The only reason why letting go works for some people, and people will be like, that's not true, I let it go and it manifested. The only reason that is because at some point in time, you just gave up the resistance. Okay, by letting go, you gave up the resistance to it. Therefore, it showed up. But there ain't shit I've ever let go that showed up. Not the way I wanted it to. Okay, some things may show up, but not the way you want it to. Okay, so you guys need to get a little bit of a backbone and take control of your lives and say, hey, you know what? I manifest for my boyfriend. You can manifest for anybody. Anybody you can manifest for. I manifest for my daughter too, because she thinks I'm full of shit. Okay, so I'm like, okay, fine. You want longer hair? I will tell myself every day, every time I look at you, that you have the most beautiful long hair in the world. And her hair has been consistently growing. Okay? Doing nothing different other than her stupid, expensive hair products. You know? I don't know. We have a lot of expensive crap. But anyway. Persisting, rampaging. Oh yeah, rampaging is great. Rampaging is great, especially if your thoughts spiral. I would write down a whole freaking paragraph of everything that I wanted from this man. And I would rampage maybe twice a day, or unless, I would rampage, maybe about twice a day. And I wouldn't go and repeat it over and over again, okay? So what I would do is I would do my robotic affirming session, then I would rampage at the end of it. Okay, then when the next session came up, rampage at the end of it. And really, you can rampage about your entire damn life. Okay, so you could say something like, and I would throw in umbrella affirmations in there as well. Umbrella affirmations are implying everything. Okay, so my big safety net affirmation was, everything in my life is perfect. Everything in my life is perfect. Yeah, so I'd pretend like I was talking to my best friend, and I'd be like, hey, bitch, everything in my life is perfect. I have the perfect relationship. We are great. He is madly in love with me. Like, he literally, bitch, he worships the ground that I fucking walk on. Like, he thinks I'm the best thing since sliced bread. I'm the only one he has eyes for. I'm the only one he desires. Like, he literally will do anything to make me happy. He does whatever I want him to do. He is so obsessed with me. He's always calling and texting me, girl, like, why is he so obsessed with me? Like, I'm fucking rich, bitch. My business is booming. I make, thousands of dollars a day. All my videos are going viral. Like, Jesus, everyone loves me. I have, my boobs are so damn big. Yes, I'm manifesting boobs and an ass, okay? I just tell you guys everything. But my boobs are so damn big. I literally look like I got a boob job. And shit, bitch, I just got a BBL, okay? Like, my ass is so nice. Like, everything is perfect. I'm literally living my dream life right now. I just wrapped up all my affirmations in one big old little rampage. Okay, now if your thoughts are spiraling, get mad at your SP and be like, he is so damn obsessed with me. Like, he literally cannot get enough of me. He is constantly calling and texting me like, bitch, he wants to see me all the damn time. Like, I can't even get a minute to myself because he just always has to be around me. Like, literally, he's constantly buying me flowers. He buys me flowers every freaking week. And, you know, and so forth and so forth and so forth. All about everything you expect from your SP. Oh yeah, reversing age is great. You can placebo yourself, okay? You can placebo yourself and be like, every time, say you drink water, well, we breathe all day long. You could be like, every time I breathe, every breath I take, I get a glow up. Like, shit, I've never looked a day over 20. What do you think is one of my affirmations? Who needs anti-aging cream when you could just reverse age yourself? Okay? And literally, you could just tell yourself that I've never looked a day over 20. I have never looked a day over 20. In fact, I don't age at all. My skin is flawless, bitch. Like, not a single wrinkle. I have never looked a day over 20. Everybody's constantly complimenting me on my skin. Right? You can do that. There was a study done where they took 2 women and they put them in a room and they took before pictures of them. Then they went ahead and had them watch a movie. You can do this too. They had them watch a movie from 20 years ago. And then after that, they did this, I think, for, don't quote me on the time, but I think it was like 2 weeks. Okay. And then they took another picture of the ladies. And they went ahead and they hit the streets. And they literally showed both pictures, before and afters, to the crowd and asked these people at random which one they believed was the before picture. 100% of people chose the after picture. They had literally reverse aged themselves. You can do it. Everything is your assumption. If you believe, and this is the problem with society, they be fucking us up, okay? Because there's all these anti-aging creams out there, and we're led to believe by society that the older you get, your skin starts to droop and you start to get wrinkles and you start to look old as fuck, right? And they start to tell you all that. So therefore that becomes an assumption of ours. The older we get, the more we age. And that's an assumption of ours, but you can change that. You want to be 6 feet tall? You can be 6 feet tall. You just tell yourself, God damn, I'm tall. Every day I get taller. I literally get taller every day. I am like 6'2". And you will start to grow again because it's all your assumption. Everything is your assumption, okay? That's right. You don't need products. You don't need products. Just like if you believe you have to diet to lose weight, why would you want to? Why would you want that assumption? Like, honestly, why do you want to make life hard? Why? If you believe that making money is hard, or you have to work hard to make money, that's going to be true for you. Or you can choose to adapt the rich bitch persona where they believe making money is easy. I've always had a lot of money. Like, I can do whatever I want. I'm rich. I'm a rich ass bitch. I'm rich for no reason. People just love to give me money. Money just comes to me out of thin air. And that will be true for you. You just have to say it enough. But so many of you are settling and being like, oh, we had an argument and he said this. Who gives a fuck? I keep telling you guys this over and over again. Who cares? Who cares what they said? Who cares what they didn't say? Who cares what they're doing? The placebo effect could make it easier for you. Yes, absolutely. You can placebo anything. Placeboing means that you believe something is true for you. So it's like the sugar pill analogy. If you believe that the sugar pill is the cure to cancer, that will be true for you because you've placeboed yourself. Okay, this is literally the GLP-1 injection shot is nothing but a placebo. That's all it is. It's a placebo. Okay, so you don't need any of that stuff. You could literally be like, every time I drink water, I lose weight. Every time I drink water, my SP thinks about me. Shit, every time I smile, my SP buys me gifts. That will be true for you. Okay, you just have to, like everything else, you have to tell yourself it enough. Okay, enough. You can't be like, I said it once, it didn't work. You're a liar. That's not how this works, okay? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Like, everything, you should laugh. I don't give a shit what he says. I'll let them talk all day long. And in my mind, oh, you're so in love with me. Oh, you absolutely are so in love with me. My God, you can't get enough of me. You're in love with me. This does not undo anything. See, this is what you guys have to understand is nothing is undone unless you decide it's undone. Okay? Oh, I spiraled in my thoughts. It's not working. Well, that's true for you. Because you just said that. Stop saying and thinking the things you don't want to be true for you. Okay? What you think about, what you speak about, you bring about. And oftentimes when you speak, that's the stuff that manifests real damn fast. Real fast. Why? Because you just said something. You didn't go down this thought rabbit hole and let your thoughts spiral, right? You just literally said something, okay? I told you, I broke my boyfriend's body because I was like, fuck him, I hope he hurts himself. I didn't go down this rabbit hole thinking about it. I did not obsess over it. I didn't think about it not one time. Not once. But I said it in the heat of the moment because that's just my personality. And it manifested in 48 hours. A washer and dryer fell on him. And he needed 2 surgeries, 2 major surgeries. My bestie was like, bitch, you better take that to the grave. Don't tell him, right? But that's how quickly things that you speak, like my boyfriend when we were going camping this weekend, right? And which, by the way, how stupid is it that we were gonna go camping and we didn't even pack sleeping bags in 28-degree weather? I wouldn't be here today, guys, because I'd be fucking frozen to death. But he said, I'm just gonna tell my cousin you're sick. So he literally just said, hey, we're not gonna go because she's sick. That's all he said, and then he hung up. And 2 hours later, I was sick, okay? The things that come out of your mouth are very powerful because you're not dwelling on the shit. And all of a sudden, it's manifesting like hotcakes, okay? So this is what I suggest you all do. I suggest that you go walking around today for the next 48 hours. Well, you know what? Some of you have short spans. So let's just do one day, 24 hours. I want you to check every fucking thought that comes in your head. I want you to check every word that comes out of your mouth. Because typically, all really needs to happen is you need to become aware. Okay? You need to become aware of what's happening. I'm having trouble getting good grades. Should I work on my self-concept? Absolutely not. Okay? If you're let me pause what I was saying. If you're having trouble getting good grades, that is because you're viewing, I'm having trouble getting good grades. Therefore, that's manifesting. You're having trouble getting good grades because that is what you're assuming. You're assuming something like school is hard. Why can't I just get a good grade, right? You're somehow questioning, which is why you're not getting good grades. It's got nothing to do with self-concept, actually. Instead, you could just be like, school is so damn easy for me, I don't even have to study and I get an A. I do not even have to study and I just know the information. I have perfect grades every time. I don't even have to study and I get perfect grades. That's all you have to tell yourself, and that will be true for you, okay? My daughter and her bestie are perfect examples of this. My daughter firmly believes that she ain't got to study for shit. School is easy. She firmly believes school is easy, therefore straight A's. She's in the honor roll. She's so opposite of me, guys. She literally, she's in AP, nothing but AP classes, straight A's. Her lowest grade for the last quarter was 96%. Okay, and it's easy and natural. Her bestie, on the other hand, believes school is really hard and the stuff that they learn is really difficult and that she just doesn't get good grades. Therefore, she's good if she pulls a C. It's all based on each person's assumption. The material is the same, so why do people get different grades? It's all what you're consistently telling yourself. So if you want better grades, start identifying yourself right now as being a perfect damn student. School is easy. School is so easy, I don't have to study for anything and I get perfect grades. And that will be true for you. Okay? There's somebody did that You guys can turn rejections into acceptances too. This is why I tell you, don't settle for shit that you don't like. Okay? I don't care if you're trying to get into the perfect college of your dreams and the college is like, nope, sorry, denied. In your mind, you were accepted. Like, girl, you can play a scene in your mind. It's called the telephone technique, where you literally imagine yourself having a conversation with somebody where you're like, girl, I just got accepted into my dream university. Like, they literally just sent me the acceptance letter. There was a guy who did this, okay? He did this, and within, I think it was 1 week, they sent him a notice saying, they denied him, by the way. And they said, I'm so sorry, there's been an error. You've been accepted. You can change anything. Do not settle for shit. Okay? Do not settle. Don't settle. Yeah, perfect. Oh, I love that name. Yeah, when you look in the mirror and say your affirmations, it works so fast. Beautiful. And that is an assumption of yours. So therefore, every time you affirm in front of the mirror, it manifests fast. You set the tone. You guys can be like, whatever I affirm, my SP does in 20 minutes. Yeah. Anything I want for my SP, he does it instantly. He conforms instantly to my affirmations. Whatever I affirm comes to me instantly. Tell yourself that enough. That will be true. That will be true. But all of you guys right now, when it comes to your SPs, are over here like, he's not doing what I'm saying. Oh, something is triggering me. Oh, I do not know why it does this in the middle of your life. It's like slide a freaking puzzle piece, and then, God forbid, I have small fingers, but you can't even see the shit. You know, I'm trying to slide. Anyway. So this is what you want to do. Yeah, the mirror method is powerful, guys. These are things, but notice the difference, okay? When you notice the difference, can I still robotically affirm and manifest something not related to this fear? Absolutely. You can robotically affirm and manifest anything that you want. Can I still manifest living in a state of fear? Yes, you can. You 1,000% can. Emotions have nothing to do with manifesting. They don't, okay? They have nothing to do with manifesting, okay? You have to look at, like, everything is an assumption. This is why sometimes you'll meet people that are like evil people, like mean people, but everything seems to go their way. That's because that's what they believe, okay? So everything boils down to your beliefs. Girl, well, Priscilla, hopefully you went and registered for my masterclass, okay? If you are new here, I do have a masterclass coming. Registration link is in the bio, where it is Manifest Your SP. Next month, I think I'm going to be doing a masterclass to manifest some moolah. Who doesn't want some fucking money? You know what I'm saying? So, and then, of course, we're going to do weight loss. And then probably go back to SP, because I love SPs. And I love seeing everybody happy. But my whole thing is manifest your SP before Valentine's Day. Okay, so you can go register. It's completely free. I do have a $20 VIP upgrade where I give you affirmations, which, by the way, I apologize if some of you sent a message. I didn't see it until today, where you were saying that somehow you can't download your affirmations. I will send it all to you, so don't even trip, buttercup. Okay, but you get the curated affirmations by me, the exact same affirmations that I used. You're also going to get lifetime access to the recording. You know what? By the way, I want to hear from you, and I want you to drop a comment. Let me know. Do you guys want me to do a whole PowerPoint presentation, or do you not give a shit? Yeah. Let me know. I always feel some type of way about them. But anyway, because I will do it for you, because this is all for you. Okay, you're also going to get a bunch of, you get a sleep meditation. I am giving you guys access to a new members only community that I will be launching next month. It will be a paid membership, but because you all joined through the $20 VIP upgrade, you're never going to have to pay a single fucking penny. Okay, and this is going to be where they're going to be paying monthly. You guys will never have to pay. You guys get full lifetime access to said community, where we will be doing monthly challenges. I will be doing exclusive member-only content and hosting weekly Q&As live for you guys. And no, you don't have to have Facebook, because it will not be on Facebook. I'm not sure yet where it's going to be, but it'll be somewhere. Okay. And so you guys get lifetime access to that. And like I said before, when you all manifest your SP back before Valentine's Day and he buys you a bouquet of flowers and showers you with gifts and then takes you on a date, you're already in the ROI, baby. Okay? Unless he's cheap as fuck and he spends less than 20 bucks on you, then I'll have to tell you to go get another man. Okay? But anyway. Oh, how do you manifest healing for someone else? Great question. I took my brother out of an emotional spiral state, okay, out of a depression state. So you have to start telling a different story. Okay, it's actually very easy to do this, to manifest for somebody else. Somebody else is only having problems in your reality because it's a story you keep saying. Okay, so it's like, let's say you have a family member who suffers with depression or postpartum. Don't get me started on that. But depression, anxiety, any of that type of stuff, or fear. As long as you keep telling people that that's how they are, where you're like, oh yeah, like I have somebody where, their wife is having medical problems. And so people constantly want to check, right, on you. And you keep describing them way, oh, they're getting worse. Like it's just getting worse. Every day is a struggle. They can't come out of it because they are only showing up in your reality based on your assumptions, the inner conversations, the stories you're telling them. So if you want to change someone's health, if you want to heal for someone else, you must describe them differently. You have to describe them differently. Okay, when I would be talking to my clients, because, I can't shut the fuck up, which is why I tell you this masterclass is going to be lit, okay? Because I can't shut up. So I'll stay on as long as you guys want to make sure that you guys get all the value and get all your questions freaking answered and all that. Oh, and you also do get private exclusive sessions with me too in the VIP upgrade, right? Where I'm going to go live with you guys exclusively. Pick my brain about anything. We'll talk about your current situation, where you want to go. And then I have a follow-up call where, sometimes you learn a lot of things, you're rocking and rolling, but things come up. So I have a follow-up group call as well where we can address anything that's coming up for you and break through that shit, okay? All right. So all you do is describe them differently. My brother was going through an emotional spiral because, yes, he's 40, but we were paying his bills. Okay, a fair amount of his bills. And we finally said, you're getting older and you got a job, so you should start paying your bills. And he didn't like that. And so he was like, there's no way I'm going to survive. And he was just going on a whole mental spiral and really a very depressive state, thinking he's going to be homeless, he's not going to be able to survive, and so forth. Okay. And so I would talk to my clients and they'd be like, how's your brother doing? I'm like, he just keeps spiraling like in his thoughts. Then I caught myself and said, ooh, because he was getting worse. So I was like, ooh. So I started telling a different story. I started telling when people would be like, how's your brother? I'm like, you know what? One thing I do know, notice I never answer the question. Okay, I said, what I do know is he's going to come out so much stronger than ever before, knowing that he's doing this on his own. He's going to be so empowered and everything's going to be totally fine. Like he's going to be totally great. He's going to make it. And I started telling a different story. Well, not only did he move out of his one beddy, he got himself a 2-bedroom apartment. Nothing changed in his finances, guys. He got himself a 2-bedroom apartment so his son could have his own room finally. He took his son to Disney World on vacation. He has Disneyland season passes, okay? And the guy eats great because I changed his story. So all you have to do is start describing people in a way that you want them to be. Okay, it's no different than an SP. Yeah, you're always manifesting. Don't even bother giving up because you can't stop it. You can't turn it off. You can't be like, I'm taking today off. You can't do that. You can decide, I'm going to take today off of robotic affirming for my SP, okay? You can say, I'm just going to take today off. But here's the thing. Every time the thought, yay, Janae, every time the thought comes up about your SP, you can't take it off, okay? So I'm not saying you have to affirm your life away all day long every day, but if you decide to take a little breaker, if you think about your SP, robotically affirm. Okay, anytime the thought of him comes up, you do have to tell a different story. Your inner conversations are constantly curating. So what the fuck do you want? And I think a lot of you guys just feel so defeated. Okay, you feel so defeated in, it's like, I want my SP. But then all of a sudden, he's over here. No, I agree, Christian. Amen, brother. You cannot give up. You can't ever give up. So just stop doing that. I do like manifesting in steps. I think it speeds things up. And here's why. Because if you are, let's say, a lot of people be like, you got to live in the end of marriage. Okay, but if you're in no contact right now, how's that realistic advice? On top of that, this is why I say manifesting in steps is important, because a lot of you guys, and I get it because I was there too, okay? I manifested in case you're just tuning in and we've never met, I manifested my SP back from no contact to fully living with me within 4 weeks. And I did it largely by manifesting in steps. Okay, because it's really hard, because a lot of you guys want to see movement, right? You want to see something happening, right? And that's how I am. I'm very impatient. So I wanted to see something happening. And if you're shooting all the way to marriage, it's really hard for you to see movement, okay? Because you're in the married land. So instead, I would manifest that he's obsessed with me and he's always calling and texting me. And he's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me. Those are my 4 affirmations. So what would happen is, when he reached out and made contact, that's movement, right? Because I'm affirming for contact, okay? So that's movement. Now I see that. And now what does that do for you? You're like, oh shit, let's do it again. Is this me? Let's do it again. Then you affirm for he's constantly spending time with me. All of a sudden, he's like, hey, honey boo, what you doing on Saturday? Want to get together. Now you're like, ooh, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Because you're seeing movement, okay? And so movement gives you motivation and excitement to keep moving forward because you're seeing some kind of movement. So I firmly do believe that manifesting in steps, again, this is my own thought, is I think it's easier because it lowers resistance, okay? You guys have to do things that lower resistance. Which is why I say, don't stalk their social media. Don't freaking wonder what they're doing. No, you decide what they're doing, okay? Like, don't do any of that stuff because all that does is add to your resistance. Don't blow their shit up 2,500 times and then getting your feelings hurt because they didn't respond and then being like, he's avoidant. I had somebody said that the other day about some kind of avoidant personality. First of all, I don't even know what the hell that means. But second of all, they're only saying what you're assuming they're thinking. So you can't get mad at them. You honestly should not get your feelings hurt at all about your SP saying and doing things that you don't like because they're only doing it because that's what you're assuming about them. So if you don't like how they're showing up, if you don't like how they're speaking, change that shit. Change the inner conversation. This is where robotic affirming comes into play. And then stop questioning everything. You guys should not question shit. You're not a fly on their wall. They do not call you every day and be like, let me tell you every thought I had today and let me just break down everything I did today, babe. They don't do that, okay? So you have no idea, just because they haven't contacted you yet, you have no idea if they're thinking about you all the time. They could be. They could very much be thinking about you all the time and being like, I don't know how she feels about me still. That's for all you know. But no, instead, the narrative you're choosing to tell is he just doesn't want to be with me. Well, as long as you assume that to be true, that is going to be true. So what do you want? Do you want him to be with you? Then affirm that he will do anything to be with me. If it's hard for you to see that you're in a relationship with him right now, then pull up their picture and be like, oh, we're getting back together. We're getting back together. Because we're getting back together implies with certainty that you're getting back together. You want to act like the breakup never happened? Affirm, we've always been together. We have always been together. He's always only loved me. We've always been together. Always implies always that you ain't ever broken up. Because you can't always be together and you broke up. But you guys got to stop acknowledging the breakup. You are always manifesting. And you guys got to stop focusing on everything that went wrong in your relationship. All the hurtful, mean things that he did, that he said, that he did. Hello. You guys got to stop doing that because here's the problem. Here's the problem when you do that. And this is what's confusing to me too. Okay, joke 2. You only fucked up if you assume that you did. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care. They said, I think I fucked up. After weeks of manifestation, I reached out and told him I miss him. Who gives a shit? You could do that. You could do that. This is a self-concept thing, guys. Okay? This is a how do you get them to chase you concept. Is ask yourself this. If you were to message him right now, if I was to tell you right now, pull up your phone and text him, how would you feel about it? Would you be nervous if he's going to reply? Would you be nervous of how they're going to reply? Would you be nervous that they're not going to reply at all? If you just said yes to any of that, I'm not saying go text him, okay? But I'm saying if I was to tell you to text him right now, how does that make you feel? If that doesn't make you feel like, yeah, I'm going to text him right now, that is because you don't think he wants to be with you. So don't think you screwed up. You assign meaning to everything. If you think you screwed up and you messaged him, then you're right. Then you're right. But control the narrative. Nothing has to give it meaning. So let's say you text him and he doesn't text you back. So what oftentimes happens is you're like, he ghosted me. He's ignoring me. He's avoiding me. That's you assigning meaning to him not texting you back. Or you can say, oh, he's just busy right now. He cannot wait to get back to me. He's just busy right now. And that will also be true. I have had business clients of mine change clients' minds because they told a different story. They were no longer saying, I've been following up and they're ghosting me. The minute they said that out of my mouth, because you're never going to come on a call with me, on a one-on-one coaching call with me, and I'm just going to sit there and let you be a victim of your own circumstance and fight for your limitations. This is never going to happen. I'm going to check your ass every time. Okay, and so when they say that, I literally have clients that will call me, and before they even open their mouth, they're like, let me see how to word this. But that's the point. You got to get good at rewording things, right? And saying, oh no, because I had a client do that. He said, yeah, I've been following up with him for 2 weeks and he's ghosting me. I said, no, he's not. He's just busy right now. I think it was a girl. She's just busy right now. But she can't wait to get back to you. So he's like, oh, that's right. So he told himself a couple times that. Literally less than 2 weeks later, she called him back and said, I'm so sorry, I was just busy. Because you are the one that assigns meaning to everything. But be prepared, guys, because I'm going to fully warn you in full disclosure. Oftentimes, they'll say exactly what you said. Oftentimes, when you give it a different meaning, they will actually say exactly what the fuck you said. And it might creep you in a little bit, but that's okay. Just let it continue to prove to you that you're in control. Rendez, what is robotic affirming? Robotic affirming is taking affirmations and saying them repeatedly, robotically, over and over and over again, over and over and over again. Okay, because your entire life functions off repetition, which is why affirmations don't function off repetition, which is why affirmations don't work. Because you cannot just be like, I'm amazing today, and move on. You can't do that. Like you have to repeat something enough to step into that assumption. Okay, because your entire life is functioning off of your assumptions. So what do you want to choose to assume instead? You guys are choosing, you guys know this shit, and this is what pisses me off. You guys know this shit. You guys know that if you want something different, you need to change your assumption. But you keep obsessing over the fucking assumption that you don't want. Yeah, you do. And then you fill in the blanks. You guys love to fill in the blanks. Like you've got a big crystal ball and you're over here like, what if this? What if that? And I'm like, if you're going to insist on playing the what if game with yourself, then be like, what if he messaged me back? What if he's obsessed with me? What if he loves me? Instead of being like, what if he doesn't talk to me? What if he doesn't change his mind? Well, then he's not going to. Okay, like I said, you cannot blame your SPs for you cannot blame your SPs for not doing what you want them to do, for treating you badly, for disrespecting you, for saying that they don't want to be with you. You can't blame your SPs. Look in that mirror and point the finger only one direction, and that's it. Harass. That's because they're only conforming or not conforming. Hey, bestie. Yes, my Jasmine. That's my girl. They're only conforming or not conforming because of you. Because that is your assumption of them. So you guys want to manifest it. And this is why I'm going to bitch you for a minute. You guys want to manifest your SP back. You want to manifest them back so fucking bad. But all you have to do is change your damn thoughts about them. And that becomes a challenge. You guys want to obsess over the past, over all the hurtful things that they said and all the mean things that they did. But you won't look at the past relationship, and if you're going to obsess over anything, obsess over all the great shit he did, over all the great stuff he told you. But no, instead we'd rather go to the dark side every goddamn time and then bitch about why it ain't changing. Well, that's why. That's why. If you want to look into the past, only look into the good shit in the past. Like I said, it's easy. If you guys want to know what it feels like, go back to when you first started talking to that man or a woman. I'm sure you were smitten. That's something my grandma would say. That sounds old. I'm sure you were head over heels for that person, right? Like, he is so sexy. She's a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch. Ooh, how do I get to know her, right? And you pursued and pursued you and pursued you. Everything was great. You guys were going on dates. He was so loving. He said all the right things. Obsessed over that shit. Instead, you're like, oh, all I can think about is all the bad times. What the fuck? Who would want to do that? Do you think that I obsess over my life when I was overweight? I know the term fat is a sensitive word to people. Not me, but a sensitive word to some. Okay, do you think I obsess over that time and think about all those times? No, I don't. Why? I'm not trying to go back to that time. I'm not trying to recreate that crap. Like I said, I do things one time. I am a big fan of doing things one time and then moving on. Why do I want to manifest my SP back just so he leaves again? So I manifest him back and then he fucking leaves again. Why would I want to do that? Nope. Come on back. Okay, good. You're here? Cool. Now we're going to stay. And I'm moving on to something else while I still robotically affirm for you and I. You have to do that. So we say we are getting back together or we are already back together. Whatever's going to work for you. If it's hard for you to believe that you're already back together, then start creating the assumption that you're getting back together. Like, oh, we're getting back together. This is 100% certain. We are getting back together right now. I love to put right nows at the end of mine. Okay, right now implies exactly that. Like, I'm sorry, you thought we were getting back together next month? No, bitch. Right now. That's when we're getting back together right the hell now. Yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to stop doing things you don't want. I'm telling your ass that over and over and over again. My friend's getting disability, and they sent a text message yesterday, and I was like, we will please allow 14 days for us to process your claim benefits. I was like, what are you talking? He's like, 14 days. That means I'm only going to get paid once a month. I said, what are you talking about? They already processed your payment. Sure enough, sure as shit, a couple hours later, we check. He gets a little letter, virtual, whatever, digital letter, and he wants to open it up. We go log in, open it up, and it's like amount paid. He's like, oh, damn. I said, right. Why would you accept 14 days? No, it's already been paid. Yeah, that's how easy it is to control everything. I don't care how long people tell you it's gonna take. I don't care about none of that shit. Because the reality is, oh, absolutely. That's because, Jasmine, girl, you are fully embodying the goddess that you are. And you're like, no, you'll reach out to me. You'll be reaching out to me. Yeah, because you all need to believe that you're the baddest bitch or man in the world. And so what do I look like chasing you? Honey, chase who? No, you're chasing me. You'll do what I say, and you'll do it when I say it, okay? No, you're pursuing me. Oh, you're texting me. It isn't the other way around. You're obsessed with me. Ain't the other way around on that one either. Here we go. I actually called you 3 times. Like, keep going. This is it. In fact, you should block your SE if you can't stop stalking on social medias. Okay? But don't matter, because either way it goes, he will find a way to contact you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He will find a way to contact you. I had a client who he literally walked on everything. Somehow he found her address. He showed up on her fucking porch. All of a sudden get random Cash App, Venmo deposits from their SP because they want to get in touch with them. Or all of a sudden they somehow found your friend on Facebook and messaged her and was like, hey, can you send this to this person? Yeah. Don't worry about it, because this is a perfect example of what if I blocked him. That is what you guys are choosing to create as an obstacle, standing in between you and what you want. Okay, so if there's a 3P involved, I don't care if their whole life's married. If you believe that 3P is an obstacle between you and your SP, you're keeping them right there, and they're going to continue to be an obstacle. Or you can choose to believe that person is not an obstacle. What? No one compares to me. And that will also be true, and said 3P must go away. Okay? No circumstance should you ever view as an obstacle. Ever. Okay? What obstacle? I don't care if they live in a whole nother state. I don't care if you speak English and they speak Chinese, and you don't know how to speak Chinese. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay? Nothing is outside your control. Nothing. You are limitless, but so often you like to fight for your limitations. You argue. I hear you guys so often arguing for your limitations, where it's like, but what if this? He's doing that. I don't like. Who gives a fuck? You're the boss. You are, not anybody else. Somebody says something that you don't like, correct their ass. In here, guys, by the way, in case you're new to the party. Everything takes place in your mind, okay? Everything, all change takes place in your mind, not verbal. You cannot force your 3D reality to change. So this is where I say you can text him 15,000 times if you want. You can't force the change. You're never going to convince him verbally to take you back. So just don't look desperate, okay? You walk with me, we don't look desperate. We're not desperate around here, okay? So don't look desperate around here and start stalking him and pursuing him and let me just convince his ass. No, I ain't gonna convince you of shit. Let me tell you how I'm gonna convince you. Right here. You can't change here. This is why every time you have tried to reach out to your SP from a desperation and try to just talk to him, I just need to talk to him. This is why it's done nothing but push him further away from you, because you can't change the change. I've very with my okay. I've tried, and every time it almost backfired. Every time I have to bring him back. Okay. That to you. Okay, you can't understand this. You get a raise right now. I don't give a shit if your boss told you no. I got 2 raises in 30 days because he, in his mind, told his boss he's giving me a raise. You're giving me that promotion. You're giving me a raise. I'm the best employee you have. You're giving me a raise. You love to give me raises. And they will. They will. And the cool thing about that one is you ain't got a lot of resistance to that shit. You'll get a raise real fast at work. Real freaking fast, because as long as you assume you can't get the promotion because you're not qualified, that'll be true for you. As long as you assume that there's no way you could have $1 million in the bank because you're broke, that's also going to be true for you. So what the hell do you want? Like, I'm gonna keep asking your asses that over and over and over again, because you need to own it. Oh, if it's okay, I don't know. I do not know why it's doing this. TikTok and me are beefing at the current moment. Okay? We're beefing at the current moment because they're not letting me upload my damn videos, and they're pissing me off. They're really pissing me off because I had a fire when I was going to upload today, and it's like you have a max 3 minutes, then it's not letting me do the caption. So if I post a video today and there are no captions, that's not me. That's TikTok. And yes, I've uninstalled the app like 4 times. And I don't know what's wrong. Okay. Yeah, that's right. You guys control the narrative of everything, okay? So you have to remember, yes, the 3D has to catch up. There is a delay, and that is for your own safety. Could you literally imagine the chaos in this world if every thought we had manifested immediately? Unless you're this master-ass bitch that's in complete control of their thoughts 100% of their time, I certainly don't want I'm petty, guys. I don't want every thought that I have manifesting immediately. So this is where I tell you guys that why are you choosing to react? Like, why are you choosing to react in your thoughts in anything? Like, for what? Because it's not real. It's not real. What's happening today is only based on assumptions. That's it. There's a delay. The 3D is just needs to catch the fuck up. So keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And no. See, but why you don't have your SPs yet, why you don't have movement yet is because you're questioning everything. You're doubting. You're checking. And the phones don't, like, I don't know who's in charge of technology, but it's kind of like Facebook's hired a complete certified stalker to do all their updates, right? Because why do I need someone to know that I read their goddamn message? Why do I need someone to know that? Same with T-Mobile. Why the hell why do you need to let somebody know I read their message and just chose not to respond? That's rude. Like, you know? And so you guys text, and then you're going to read that. They read it. Oh my God, they didn't respond. Oh, look, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Affirm, a fucking firm. And keep persisting. Do not quit. Do not give up. Unless you just don't want what you want. Then go ahead. Then go ahead. You know what, Priscilla, girl, give yourself some grace. It's okay. Affirm. This is where I said on Friday, you guys should be affirming for a couple different things. Okay. Yes, you have your main manifestation you're focused on, which is like SP, right? But at the same time, you should be affirming for money or health, or maybe you got family, maybe your family's in turmoil. You should be affirming for, you know, to have a harmonious family. You should be affirming for your confidence, self-concept. I made a whole video about that where, in case you knew, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, or this way, whatever way. The link is in the bio. I go into extensive detail on all these things. And on top of that, YouTube is allowing me to post my videos, unlike TikTok right now. But I'm relentless, so this is going to work. Okay, I'm going to figure it out. But you should be affirming for different things at the same time. Health, beauty. I made a whole video on self-concept because I believe self-concept, it's not needed to manifest. Okay? However, I believe it speeds shit up. Okay, I believe that the more confidence you have in yourself, the better of a self-concept you have, the faster things happen for you. Why? Because you're a bad bitch. Like, have you seen me? Have you seen me? So when you have a good self-concept, you're not over here getting all up in your feelings because of what they're doing or not doing, or any of that stuff. And so I would affirm that all the time. I would affirm during my robotic affirming is, no one compares to me. No one compares to me. I'm the love of his life. No one compares to me. Compare who? Never. Everybody wants me. Okay, because then that becomes a belief of yours. So therefore, things that people do don't trigger you. Okay? If you believe that you're a boss ass bitch and like, I could do whatever I want, I could have whatever I want, like I'm that person, then if you're affirming for money, boom, 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 here it comes. If you're affirming for SP, boom, 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 here it comes, because you believe that you're that person. Like, I'm just good at this. You should all be affirming that you're a master at manifesting, because you can't stop manifesting, so you may as well be a master at it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and this is where this is why robotic affirming is so much more effective than like NLP. And yes, I'm a master NLP practitioner. I spent $10,000 on that certification just for me to not use it at the end of the day. And because I love the subconscious mind, and yes, the subconscious mind is real, but I chose to do it because, you know, I wanted to make change quickly. But the problem with NLP is they're like, you got to go heal the inner child. You have to go and get rid of your limiting beliefs. You need to create these identities. Cool, sick. That's great advice. But how do you step into a new identity? How do you step into a dominant state? Because states, by the way, states and affirmations are not the same. Okay, state is a location. Your affirmations are the boat to get you to said location. Okay, but how do you step into a new identity? How do you change an identity? You have to repeatedly tell yourself something different. I didn't lose weight because I told myself one time that I was sexy as fuck. And no, I didn't go around telling people that, because people would have been like, have you seen yourself? I'm going to post my before and after pictures because a lot of people think I'm full of shit. Okay. I got kicked out of weight loss groups because they thought my before picture was me pregnant. And I said, yeah, that was part of the problem. I looked pregnant, but I didn't have no baby, bitch. So I get that. This is why you have, that's right, no one compares to you. No one compares to any of you bitches. Okay, I'm gonna come on here every day and I always weave in something that I think will help you guys. And it's just like, maybe I'll do this whole rampage about what a badass bitch you are, because I'm tired of you guys thinking you're less than anybody or anything in your reality. You're not less than nothing in your reality, and you should never think you are. Okay, you should never let somebody tell you who you are. And if they tried, men, some of you are like this. Maybe some of you that are watching right now, stop fucking doing that. Stop doing that, because it's so easy for men to try and tell women who they are. Like, you, honey, you could stand to lose a couple pounds. You know, you just have a low self-concept. Like, you just need some confidence. Like, you're just such a piece of shit. Like, don't do that. That is so hurtful for women, because women are more emotional driven and men are more logical. So a lot of men like to tell us who we are. So if this happened to you, here's what I want you to do to reframe the situation, because I don't think men should ever deplete anyone's confidence level, right? And a lot of times this is what happens when you have a fight, right? A lot of people like to hit below the belt. Oh yeah, I was perfect. I was perfect until 2 minutes ago when we started arguing. Now all of a sudden I got 55 problems. Like, shut up. Right? And that's what you have to remember too, is I want you guys, if your SP hurt your feelings, if he said mean, hurtful things about you, I want you to reframe that. He wasn't talking about you. He was simply reflecting how he feels about himself onto you. Hurt people, period. That's all that is him reflecting his own lack of self-concept onto you. So he'd rather bring you down to his level about how he feels about himself. Fuck that. So if they hurt your feelings, I want you to tell yourself that he was never talking about me. In fact, feel sorry for them. He was never talking about me. He simply doesn't see that he's worth anything. So he tried to tear me down to make himself feel better, because he doesn't feel good about himself. Because people with a good self-concept don't try to tear down people's self-concept. They don't. Which is what really us ladies need to stop doing this shit. Because women empowerment, have you ever noticed there's no male empowerment, right? It's a women empowerment. It's a whole movement. But who's the first person to rip a bitch apart? A woman. Yeah. Jealous bitches out there be like, well, you know. And they like to hate on other women. Stop doing that. We should be banding together and supporting each other and wanting everything for each other instead of tearing each other down. And the internet doesn't help with that shit because there's a lot of people out there that are internet thugs. They love to talk that crap, and you know damn well they would never say that shit to your face ever in life. They like to hide behind a keyboard and tell you what your shit is. I'm gonna guess, Nutjag, that you don't live in California. I need Governor Newsom to go away. Definitely not become the president.